What's going on, guys? We are going to work on the R32 again today. We're going to be focusing on the engine bay. I just got to move my 240 out of the way, just starting her up, letting her run, because it's Z85. I don't want this thing to sit and then the fuel system get all clogged. So just letting it warm up right now. If you still have not seen this thing in the dirt, what are you doing? Go watch that video. This thing is super, super rowdy. Man, I really love this thing, but Skyline needs attention now. So the plan for today is to get everything out of the way and taped off, clean everything, do minor sanding. Got to get rid of some of the rust areas. Pretty gnarly one up by the wiper motor and up in that corner too. I'll actually have to do the same thing up here because this wiper motor, there's a crack right here. So I'll probably have to unbolt that, sand it down, and then add some metal there. We'll see how bad it is, but it has been hitting the hood recently and I don't really like that. So, found a pretty nasty rust area right here. That's why that does that, and that's really bad, so that's gonna get fixed. I'm gonna have to cut that out, weld a new piece in, clean up all the rust, and then re-drill holes and bolts. This side is all surface rust, it looks like, and then once it gets to here, it's actual rust, and there's a pretty big hole in there. So that's got to get fixed too. Over here it just looks like there's some surface rust. Common area for R32s to get rusty, and thankfully that seems to be pretty clean. It's just up here. Okay guys, so I have been grinding away. My buddy Frank was here earlier helping me out, but we've been focusing on fixing those rust holes. This is the repair for this side. I'm still working on this one. This one has proven to be quite the bitch, but working on it, we're gonna get it done. This other one was a little tough too. Thankfully, none of this is gonna be seen. I just needed to be structurally sound, and it's solid on there. Before, this whole panel used to flex, and now it's all good. Alright guys, good news and bad news. Good news is we have this fully welded in. It is good to go. I'm not a welder, not a fabricator. I'm self-taught, so my welds look crappy. This piece, super sturdy now. All the strength is back. Got this corner's done, that corner's done. While I was welding it, the plastic piece under here caught fire, and now we still have play. So that's not good. So I'm gonna have to find this whole linkage assembly and swap it in. We had the holes drilled out, however, after welding this plate in, this was still loose, so I thought if I welded the two nuts, because they're already rusted to shit anyways, they were no way we were gonna take them off. If I welded them to there, that would give the strength back and that would keep it. Well, I was wrong. It just ended up melting that. It caught fire, and I tried to put it out, and it took a little while because the angle is pretty shitty. It was literally right under here, and I tried pouring water through here, and eventually that worked, but yeah, it was just a bad situation. So last thing I got to do is weld these braces on. This one is in way worse shape than the other side. This one had a pretty gnarly rust issue, At this point, I don't know if I even want to throw them on because my S13 doesn't have these, and I don't see why we would have an issue with it. There's no way that that brace is the only thing keeping this together. I'd like to make my own. I can just do a plate from here to here and then put like 2 dimple dies. That'd be pretty sick. I have a press, I just need to get dimple dies. I think I might go with that option. I'm going to hold off on putting those braces back. You guys have just witnessed the making of a decision. Ditching those, I'm going to keep them because I might change my mind later, so I'm going to keep them, but I'm not going to throw them on the car tonight for a couple reasons. While we were waiting, I got things painted like the hood hinges. I painted those. Our intake manifold looks really good now. It's all painted. Everything's good to go. I need to take the coolant temp sensor out of there and throw it into here. And also, it doesn't have a bolt right here, so I gotta just swap that one over to there. That's kind of odd, but that's the only one that was missing. I checked after I noticed that because I was like, really, dude? You're missing a bolt there. At this point, there's not a whole lot left. There's still a whole lot left, but there's not a whole lot left, if you know what I'm saying. We just had to take the exhaust and everything off. We were gonna do that today, but this took way longer than I expected. Thankfully, though, we did get it done, and we got all of the structural rigidity back into this area. Okay, so I was going to use the OEM braces that go here. However, they're pretty beat up and I don't really want to use them anymore, as it's just gonna go, and then we'll have this bent down so I can weld across there. And then it'll be pretty solid, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side and make sure it clears the wiper motor. But I'm gonna pack up for the night. We did get pretty far today. This was a huge victory today. Getting the strength back in the firewall wiper area, because that would definitely cause problems in the future. We stopped the rust and we sanded a good amount of the surface rust. There's still more to do because we were focused on patching those holes. Also, I did the brake line tuck, so just figured, you know, it's already out. It looks so much better like this. I'm going to wrap them up in like tape or something so it just hides them a little bit more. But next is going to be those plates. Then I'm going to tape everything up, degrease and power wash the engine bay, and get ready to paint. We still have so much to do, but we are forging ahead, making progress every day. The goal is to have the car running by next Saturday night. It is currently Sunday night, so we have less than a week, and I think that we can do it. All the parts should be in by Thursday, I think Friday at the latest. Fingers crossed that we pull it off. But thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for all the content coming out about the R32, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.